ones, you're still going to use the quadratic formula. It says find all complex solutions. So if it's a complex solution, it may or may not have an imaginary number part. So sometimes we'll get a real number answer, sometimes we'll get one with the imaginary number answer. So again, I'm going to say my A is 2, my B is -3, and my C is -7, and I'm going to plug those into the quadratic formula. So minus the B value of -3 plus or minus the square root of -3 squared minus 4 times the A value of 2 times the C value of -7 all over 2 times the A value of 2. So simplifying that. Again, if I have minus a -3, it becomes +3. -3 squared, oh, this one's going to come out to a normal one. -3 squared is 9. Then I have -4 times 2 times -7, which would be 56 plus 9, so 65 over 4. So this one just turned out the regular way. We didn't even get an imaginary number, which will happen even though it says complex solutions, because complex numbers could mean you have 0 i's. And so again, we'd have 3 plus the square root of 65 over 4, and 3 minus the square root of 65 over 4. So number 5, A is going to be 4, B is going to be 5, and C is going to be 2. If we plug that into our quadratic formula, what would we have?
-5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times 4 times 2 over 2 times 4.
So we're going to have -5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared is 25. -4 times 2 would give me -32 if I did that right. So 25 minus 32 would give me -7 all over 8. Now, again, this doesn't tell you to simplify, and it doesn't tell you it has to be in standard form. So I found it's easier for me to type it in if I do -5 plus I square root of 7 over 8 and -5 minus I square root of 7 over 8. However, if I wanted to do it in the best form that it is and put it in standard form, since I have imaginary numbers, I would have -5/8 plus, and then we'd have the square root of 7/8 I, and then same thing with the minus. So it's up to you if you want to separate it and put it in standard form for complex numbers. You don't have to. You can put it in like this. It's easier for me to get it all typed in by just putting the I in front of my square root, although it's not the best way. But they don't care. It's correct either way. Number 6 then. Our A is going to be equal to 2, B is -1, and C
6
is 6. So substituting that in, we're going to have minus our -1 plus or minus the square root of -1 squared minus 4 times 2 times 6 all over 2 times 2. So simplifying that, we are going to get
1 plus or minus the square root of 1 minus 4 times 2 times 6 over 4.
And so if we figure out what should be underneath the square root,
Minus 48.
minus 48.
No, 1 minus.
Oh, 1 minus 48. See, I didn't figure it out. 1 minus 48 is negative 47. Darn, I was hoping we had one we could simplify, but again, we got something we can't really simplify. So again, we're going to have that imaginary part. If I put it in standard form, I would have 1/4 plus the square root of 47/4 I. And again, be careful that that 4 doesn't end up under that square root. And then 1/4 minus the square root of 47/4 I. It's easiest if you're going to do it that way to hit the fraction buttons first so that the square root doesn't go over the whole fraction, just over the numerator.